My son is busy building another box for the mint, and I am just going through and checking what plants I have and where I can add some more. The lettuces are doing really well. They're starting to create the heart leaves. I've weeded through the middle of the path, and I've also done behind the barbecue and the seat ready for some more plants. I will do this after I've been to my hydrotherapy appointment at Burwood Hospital. So that is the end of today. Hydrotherapy went really well today. I'm exhausted, but I'm still going to head to get some more plants. So join me as we head off to Oderings. This is pretty much the grocery haul. It's not much, just some asparagus spears, some organic half and half, some tomatoes, some bananas and apples, ambrosia apples. So that's the size the apples are. I did also get my son to pick me up 2 dozen eggs. I've got half a cabbage in there. I've got some onions and I've got some Carlo yogurt and some cottage cheese and chives, along with some Lisa's hummus. I have got veggies and meals prepped in the freezer. Over here I have some lobelia and another geranium, and then I have these baby lavenders which I'm going to put into bigger pots. These lobelia are going over where I showed you, and then over here I have some lobelia and some petunias, 3 cosmos in here. I'm trying to bring bees and butterflies. I have an ordinary a basil, which I'm hoping will be okay. So I've got a red and green. Then I have planted a butternut squash there, which I will train outside to go along the back hopefully. And this is the courgette, which will be trained to come the other side. Over here in this wee garden, we have our mint, some more marigolds. This is oregano and some Italian parsley. And these are the cherry tomatoes, the sweet reds. Tucked in the corner over by the fence where I'm going to do the rockery, Mum's cactuses and her succulents are doing really well in the late spring sun. I can't believe how fast they bloomed. Good afternoon everyone. It is Wednesday and I have a little surprise. This is something that I have wanted to do for a long time. If I can get the packet open. What do we have inside? Another package. This one I think will be easier to open. Yes, it is. What do we have in here? A MyHeritage DNA kit. So, I'm going to do the DNA test and see where my ethnicity lies. I already know I have a father who is fully English. I have a mother who is part Russian, Prussian, Maori and Welsh, because her grandparents, her father's parents were Welsh and a full-blooded Maori, and her mother's parents were Russian and Prussian. My great-grandfather, I know, was on the run from the Russian government back in 18-something. Back then they were doing ethnic cleansing. I'd say this was after the Tsar was assassinated, I think. And back then the ethnic cleansing was, as it always seems to be, was the Jewish people. So I have an inkling that there may be some Jewish in my lineage somewhere. Prussia, I think, is now known as Germany. Don't quote me on that. As an 8-year-old boy, he was on the run, or he stowed away on a ship in the port of Riga, and the captain of the ship found him when they were at sea. And he decided to hire him as a cabin boy. He took him under his wing and took care of him, protected him, that sort of thing. So he was extremely lucky. He was also in San Francisco during the earthquake in 1916, and then he jumped ship in Nelson and lived amongst a German community for a few years before he came across to Canterbury and settled at Lakeside in Ellesmere. That is where he and his wife had their family. He made a living off the lake. It was part of who he was. While I've been doing my family tree, the traits that 10, 15, 20 generations back are still alive and well today within my DNA and my children's DNA. We have farmers, we have sailors, we have seamstresses. There's a diverse group that were very much creative, hands-on. So it'll be interesting to see what my DNA shows, whether it will show anything else. Yeah, how diverse it is. I have always felt European, and when I fill in the forms where it says what ethnicity are you, I always put European. I don't feel that I am Maori. I am a New Zealander because I was born here, but within me I feel more European. We'll see how this goes, and once I get the results I'll do a separate video on that and let you all see. So Tuesday today, I've had a different lunch which I really enjoyed, and it also had me thinking about, is my obesity inherited or is it something else? So I'm also going to do the health part of it. I guess get some sort of outline of where I'm heading health-wise. Being in my 60s, my dad was extremely healthy. It's just a shame that he had the TIA 15 years ago, which childhood trauma contributed to him developing Lewy body. But he's at peace now, and because of how he was near the end of his life, I want to honour him by moving on with my life now, because my chapter is just beginning. What went before is no longer a part of who I have become. I'm going to go and water the plants. The weather outside is extremely warm, and I'm pretty sure they may have got to 26 degrees out there. welcome to Friday. I'm just sat outside the hydrotherapy pool. My appointment isn't for another half an hour, so I thought I'd get on here and have a bit of a chat. I got on the scales on Monday. I now weigh 118.6 kgs, down from 120.9 kgs. So I thought I would put that in this video because I will not be getting on the scales again until about, it'll be the end of November. So we'll see how we go. Hydrotherapy is going really well. Doing the squats has been so much easier in the pool. Walking up and down the pool, going side to side in the pool, so much easier than trying to do it with gravity. The garden is looking really good, although we are having another very hot day. We've had 26 degrees, 25 degrees, and it feels like it could be another 26, 27 degrees out there. The northwest winds tends to knock me about, and I feel quite fatigued when that wind is about. It is hot. I am in the process of thinking about my plans going forward, and I am anticipating that maybe the beginning of February I'm going to start travelling around New Zealand to different places that I've not been, so that I can see, is there anywhere in New Zealand that I want to settle? To do that, I need to go and stay in these places for 3 or 4 days, possibly, at a time, where I can sort of branch out and go to other areas that are around where I'm staying. If I can get somewhere sort of central where there are other areas that I can go and look at, then I'll probably stay for a week. But I'll bring you guys along as I move forward in deciding where I want to put roots down. I've never had the opportunity to put real roots down where I want to live and do the things that I enjoy. So that is what I'm looking forward to. I'm going to do some meal prep, which I will bring you along for. That will be on Sunday. That will be the beginning of the following week's video. There's just been a lot of getting out, doing some gardening, hydrotherapy, and just contemplating where to next. Well, this was my Saturday. I was busy sorting my art space out. This is my room. As you can see, it's not very big. I've still got to find somewhere for these and for those on the bed. In here is where I keep my incense. I just saw the skeleton in that and thought, oh, I'll grab those. They may come in handy next year. I have my smudge stick here. And as you can see, there are art things on this trolley. Down below I've got my speaker. I have my GoPro and all the accessories that go with that. I've got some books, and then down below I've got some tins with colouring in items. On this one I have colouring in pencils, sketchbooks, notebooks, Posca pens, some Parker refills. Down here I have print things. I have a pencil case, I have coloured pencils, I have some liner cuts. Down the bottom I have some other things for journaling. I have some canvases there, and I also have some pastels which I might bring out and pop them on my desk. So there we go. On my desk I have some acrylic paints. I also have a folder that has sketching items in. I have watercolours too, lots of watercolours. I have tracing paper, and I also have under here watercolour paper and mixed media paper. This is the journal that I'm working on right now. I love Van Gogh, my board and my colour wheel, paintbrushes, water, 2 sketchbooks. I love these calendars. This is my second one. I hope I can get one for next year as well. I just love the bears. So that is that there. This is the top of my cabinet, which has all my crystals in here. I have all my tarot cards, crystals. I found a Halloween candle. Down here I have some books that I like to read. 3 I haven't read. I want to read the series of Anastasia again. I've got 3 tarot books in there. Crystal Bible. Down here I've got Spiritual Home. More crystals and candles. And down here I have more crystals, my little Buddha and the cross with beautiful birds and flowers on, which is pretty much me because I love trees, I love birds and I love flowers. So that's in there. This little table here with, I think they're baby monks, I'm not sure, but this with a selenite that has chakras on, which I think I've shown you before. And then I just love this. And this one. Over here is where I have my Bible, angel books, Baking with Spirit, Emmanuel, The Afterlife of Billy Fingers, All Along You Were Blooming. And then I have all my art books here. I have more books down here. And I have magazines down the bottom. So that is pretty much my space all sorted. And out here, of course, these drawers have art supplies in, and there are also journaling supplies there. So that has been my Saturday.